Now, I was looking at the actual charge of Courtney Tailor and what are the possible sentences that she could be facing if she's convicted. Now, I'm putting if in underline, if she's convicted. And, I'm going to be following the trial because I covered it thus far on this channel, So I am on a website and I'm looking at second-degree murder in Florida. And second-degree murder is under the Florida statute 782.04 parentheses 2 minus parentheses 3. The crime of second-degree murder is committed when a person commits either murder with a depraved mind or accomplice felony murder. All right. Murder with a depraved mind is committed when a person is killed without any premeditated design by an act intimately dangerous to another and evincing a depraved mind showing no regard for human life. The primary distinction between premeditated first degree and second degree with a depraved mind is that first degree requires a specific and premeditated attempt to kill. So, this is just to take a gander at things, but I think they're going to go with the depraved mind defense. And I think they're also going to show that footage of her assaulting Christian Omoselli in the elevator, as well as eyewitnesses' accounts from several of their friends and acquaintances that seen her do those things. So I think that's going to factor into most of the evidence of the case, as well as the medical examiner's report, because what Courtney Tailor said and what the autopsy revealed didn't reveal that was actually self-defense. So that leads us to the defense of Courtney Tailor. Now, Courtney Tailor's attorney is probably going to say that she's not guilty by reason of mental defect. So they're going to go there with that. So if Courtney Tailor does get off, it'll probably be because not guilty by reason of mental defect, the criminally insane defense. But if she's convicted, now, just to let you know, on a note, I skipped over the accomplice second degree thing because that doesn't apply here. So we're going to penalties for second degree murder. The crime of second degree murder is a first degree felony in Florida and punishable up to life in prison, life on probation, and a $10,000 fine. Second degree murder is assigned a level 10 offense severity ranking under Florida's Criminal Punishment Code. Absent grounds for a downwards departure sentence, a judge is required to sentence a person convicted of second degree murder to a minimum sentence of 16 and a third years in prison, but also may sentence the person up to a statutory maximum of life in prison. 10 to 20 life mandatory prison sentence. Under Florida's 10 to 20 life law, that doesn't apply in the Courtney Tailor case. In addition to pre-trial defenses and trial defenses that can be raised in any criminal case specific to crimes of second-degree murder are excusable homicide, justifiable homicide, or self-defense. All right, before we go to those, we're going to focus in on the penalties for second-degree murder. So apparently it's a first-degree offense, first-degree felony in Florida. So Courtney Tailor, more than likely, if she's convicted, she'll probably serve either life in prison, life on probation, and a $10,000 fine. Now, if the insanity angle comes into play, she could have life on probation. meaning that, she'll still get to live her best life somewhat. But what kind of restrictions, we don't know yet. And a $10,000 fine, that's pretty much nothing compared to Courtney Tailor or her fam. So, geez, it's going to be hard to tell which way the wind is going to blow in this case. I'll be surprised if she does get life in prison. Or maybe she gets that 16 and a third prison sentence. And, well, she's going to have to do maybe some of the 16. Hopefully she doesn't get out within 14. So, now let's go to excusable homicide. The killing of a human being is excusable and therefore lawful under any one of the three circumstances. When killing is committed by accident and misfortune and doing any lawful act by lawful means, usually ordinary caution and without unlawful intent, or when the killing occurs by accident, misfortune, and a heat of passion upon any sudden and sufficient provocation, or when the killing is committed by accident and misfortune resulted from a sudden combat if a dangerous weapon is not used and its killing is not done in a cruel and unusual manner. I don't think that applies here. Justifiable homicide. The killing of a human being is justifiable homicide and lawful if done while resisting an attempt to kill someone while resisting an attempt by someone to kill you or to commit a felony against you. That doesn't apply there. Self-defense, also known as justified use of deadly force. Self-defense is a defense of crime, and please view the Florida self-defense section for more information. So, excusable homicide. I'm not sure if that's going to apply here, but maybe they might use that. But, some folks, I'm not an attorney, so it's really hard to call it even as a spectator in all this. So pretty much this is just wait and see. And before I end this video, there are some things I recently found out about Courtney Tailor. Now, I was doing my research online just to see if her OnlyFans was still up and her Instagram. And surprisingly, both of those were taken down. Yes, folks, she no longer has an OnlyFans up or an Instagram account. Both of those were taken down, as well as her Twitter account. Now, will that stop simps and white knights from donating to her? No, because I'm sure if push comes to shove, they'll find other ways to get money to her. I mean, people can still send money via the U.S. mail, so I'm sure they can do it that way if they wish to. I'm not giving people ideas, but still, I'm just happy that her accounts where she can generate revenue are pretty much closed. That was one of the things I pretty much emphasized when I did my first video on her. So I'm very happy about that. So we're gonna end this right here. So folks, tell me what you think. Let me know in the comment box. This is Iron Will Media.